Hi, Kathy White, Certified Professional Ergonomist. I'm here today to talk to you about the benefits of a wireless mouse. And I actually have a few of these in front of me today. I recently had this topic come to mind because my wireless mouse failed on me and I had to use a mouse with a wire for a few days, and I found it to be really challenging for me. I've really grown accustomed to using a wireless mouse, and I wanted to explain some of the ergonomic benefits associated with selecting and using this type of device. Obviously, it's nice not to have a cord connected to your mouse. You can see I don't even have a computer in front of me right now. This is a very portable option. You can put it in your backpack, you can carry it around with you and use it on the go, or when you're traveling, or if you're in a road warrior sort of mode. There's a lot of benefits to just having the increased portability of a wireless mouse. You don't need to worry about wrapping the cord. You don't need to worry about the cords getting kinked or potentially, again, being a source of failure for the operation of your mouse. That's one of the benefits from a travel perspective. Now, from an ergonomics perspective, what you might wind up having happen when you do use a mouse with a wire is the maneuverability can be very challenging. Now I'm just showing you what it's like without this wire attached to a mouse, but you can see I have a lot of freedom of movement. If I had a wire, depending on how I had to string that along, it could cause me to inherently get into some pretty awkward positions with use. With not having that, I can use the entire work surface. I can reorient myself relative to the keyboard and help promote that neutral wrist posture. Another advantage of wireless is if you're a repetitive mouse user, it can be really advantageous for you to switch between right-hand mousing and left-hand mousing. That can be difficult to move your mouse from your right hand to your left hand or from one to the other. If you have a cord that's involved, you might have to plug and unplug. Again, the cord can get in the way. With having wireless, it can be really easy to transfer back and forth. A further advantage is, again, if you're traveling on the go and you wanted to even just have one on either side as you're working and just rotate without even having to move anything around, it's a really nice advantage to be able to have. The other nice thing with the wireless mice that are on the market today is that it's really easy to find and select a model that can fit your hand. You can also select the types of features that you're most interested in. I'll just show you a couple of options for you to consider with your wireless mouse. This one's a really nice travel option. It's a little bit smaller. It has very simple functionality. You have the keys to click, and you also have a scroll wheel in the middle. Now, this one's a little bit smaller, but if you're traveling, it may help you in terms of the portability option. Now, if you want to get a little bit fancier or look at some alternatives to the traditional mouse, there are some curved designs that are out there. A lot of these do call themselves ergonomic. They fit really nicely in the palm of your hand, depending on the size of your hand. And this is where you might want to test and try a few different versions. Something else you'll want to look at in a wireless mouse is how do I connect to my computer? This option here is just a Bluetooth option. There is nothing that you have to connect to your computer. And some people really like that because some of the other options, you have a device that plugs into your USB port on your computer. You might run the risk of losing this. Obviously, you need to make sure it stays with your mouse when you are on the go. So that's just another factor to consider. Now, some people don't want the Bluetooth option. They prefer this plug-in. You just want to make sure you look at some of those features when you're making your wireless mouse selection. Hopefully this helped you understand what some of the benefits are of a wireless mouse from an ergonomics perspective. But given that, just make sure when you are looking at a wireless mouse on the market that you don't just purchase something that says it's ergonomic. Make sure it fits your hand and make sure it's usable for the type of work that you're trying to do. Thanks for taking the time to listen.